We're going to start now with our corporate wellness session. Thank you, thank you. So just to give you a background, I couldn't really talk too much this morning about our company because it's too short. So this is us. This is Inspire to Aspire. So that's me, that's my wife, Honey. So my name actually is Happy in the community. And my daughter's name is Joy. And my wife's name is Honey. So we are a happy family, you know. And that is my partner, Veena. So she's a business partner in the thing. And this is what we do. So health and happiness workshops. This is our mission and purpose in life. To be happy and healthy and to inspire others to be happy and healthy. Like, we've made this our mission. You know, I actually have a fantastic business on the side. This is just something that I do part-time because I enjoy doing it. This is what people get out of our workshop. Anybody wants to be happy? Yeah. I want all hands up. Okay, anybody wants vitality, good relationships, life clarity? Yeah. So this is what you get out of this work. These are the tools that we use in our work. So positive psychology, empowerment, neuroscience. So why neuroscience? Because everything has to go in and it has to impact you. Like this is, can we make those changes at the neurological level? So that's why we use a lot of neuroscience in our workshops. So we do laughter yoga, dance, mindfulness. By the way, so this is my main business. So we are one of Asia's largest distributors for recording media. So this is where I make the money. And then the laughter is where I contribute to the world, okay? So I have studied positive psychology. So positive psychology is the science of happiness, right? Have you seen this guy, Tal Ben-Shahar? Anybody know him? So he's one of the Harvard's professors. I've studied under him. And these are the companies that use our services because they love it. You know, this is so important, the work. We do work with banks, with the police in Hong Kong, with theme parks, with education, with insurance companies, different organizations. So, what are the elements of a successful corporate wellness program? Of course, we heard this morning, you know, the benefits-based things, the medical side of things. So today, what we're going to talk about is something different. It's like, you know, it's not corporate wellness. It's about individual wellness, right? What is important for wellness for you in your life? Yes, you have to bring it into the corporate world, but what is good for you, you would want it for your staff, right? You would want it for your children. You would want it for your life. So that's what I'm here to discuss today. And it's based on positive psychology. So these are the terms that we use in positive psychology. So what is it? So positive psychology is not positive thinking. Many people think that positive psychology is positive thinking. It's not. It's the science of happiness. It's for everyone. Yeah? Because everybody wants to be happy. The other thing is, it's growth-oriented. It's solution-focused. You're not doing this simply to retain staff. You're doing it because it helps you grow your business. It's evidence-based. So you actually look at models, what works and what doesn't work, and you implemented that in the workplace. Plus, it's a lot of fun. You know, that's the main thing, because we use a lot of humor in positive psychology. You copy successful people, you create new habits and behaviors and lifestyle. It's proven techniques with measurable results, measurable growth. So, you know, I was talking at the back with someone and he says, oh, in the HR world, we have a lot of deadlines. In our work, there is no deadlines. There are lifelines. So the word debt doesn't show up, okay? It's about creating, it's possibilities based. You talk about strength, you talk about recovery, you talk about flow. You know what's flow? Flow is when you're doing something, you're so absorbed in doing what you're doing that time just flies. And you love what you do. Plus positive emotions, what is the impact on your health and well-being? Again, there's another appreciative inquiry. this is being used in businesses. You know, normally, when there's a problem in the organization, you always ask, what's wrong? In positive psychology, you never ask that question. What you ask is, what's right? And your whole life is based on what's right? What are we doing right? And of course, you will have to deal with what's wrong, but your focus is different. Your focus is solutions-oriented. Also, you look at mind-body connections. So this is a well-being model. So I'm asking you to consider, imagine that your staff, the people that you work with in the organization, are healthy, happy, motivated people who love to come to work, who love to work with the colleagues, they have hobbies, they have passions, and they love to take on challenges in all areas of life. And they want to make a difference in life itself. Plus, they are happy to go back home. You know, in Hong Kong, many people, they don't like to go back home. The homes are too small. So they go to the bars. You know, they are drinking or they are playing mahjong or whatever. Like, what would it look like? Imagine employees who are passionate about working and about life. So this is what this work is about. Corporate wellness at that level. Yeah, the other thing, flow-based. Again, you have to be in the zone. You know, time just flies. Oh, you got to the office at 9 a.m., it's already 1 p.m.? Like, you're not thinking. You're enjoying your work so much, right? So that's flow. So this is a wellness model that is often looked at. You know, you look at different aspects of life, and usually what you'll find is most people are focused on the financial and the social. But is that enough? What about physical? What about emotional? What about relational? By the way, I'm going to put the PowerPoint up on LinkedIn so you can actually download it from there as well. But I'm just saying, think about this. Like, what is important in my life? Because that's what we are here to discuss, right? The model that I'm going to share with you from a positive psychology perspective is a very balanced model. So this is the model that I use in our company. So this is from the Wholebeing Institute in the USA. That's where I've studied. And it's, you have to look at 5 different aspects of your life. So spiritual, physical, intellectual, relational, and emotional. Now what is spiritual? Spiritual has nothing to do with God or your religion. You know, in the olden days, Aristotle, he said, what is the meaning and purpose of life? Like that's what it's all about. Like, what do you want to create in your life? If you are a HR manager, be the best HR manager. If you are a trainer, be the best trainer. So it has nothing to do with God, and you know, you can believe in whatever belief you have. But this is about who am I in life? So that's spiritual, okay? Okay, I'll go through one by one. So now this is a survey that is done in the US, freshman survey data. 9 million people were students who were questioned, and you want to get how things have changed over time. So, you know, in the 60s, when you asked students, what do you want to do with your life? Why do you want this education? 73% of the people said, I want to develop a meaningful life. Fast forward 20 years later, 30 years later, only 50% of the people want to develop a meaningful life. Fast forward to 10 years later, it has further dropped. Only 45% of people want a meaningful life. And guess what everybody else wants? Anybody? What do you think everybody wants? Money. Yeah. So in the 60s, only 45 people wanted to make more money. Today, it's like 80%. Everybody wants more money. What about a meaningful life? Like, you gotta think through this, okay? Because, yes, money is important. I totally agree with that. But, you know, you can't get everything out of money. You want to create a life. And this work is about creating a life, okay? So, you want to start focusing on developing a meaningful life. So that's what a spiritual well-being is about. So if you're a good AV person, you do the best job that you can. If you're a good photographer, you be the best you can. It's all about creating that in your life. And this is what we teach in our workshops. So that's spiritual well-being. Next, physical well-being. Do you think physical well-being is important? Yes? How important? You know what? Most people, they don't think physical well-being is important. They don't exercise. Like, I'm using laughter to make you exercise, actually. That's my whole purpose. Because that's how people don't even understand that they're exercising. They're having fun, right? So the thing is, you have to get that energy through physical exercise. It's not boring. It's fun when you know how to do it. So this is the currency that we focus on. You know, when you have more energy, you'll be able to do whatever you want. But if you have money, I'm sorry, you can't do everything that you want with money. So, you gotta understand this. Okay? So, this is a Harvard Business Review article. You can find it on the internet. Manage your energy, not your time or your resources, your money. How do you get physical well-being? Through physical activity. So, how many of you dance every week? Do you dance every week? Anybody? Nobody. See, dancing is a fantastic activity. And how easy is it to dance? Put on YouTube, sit and dance. Like, you know, it's so easy. It's free. It's in front of you. So, but the main thing is it energizes you, okay? Swimming, running, cycling. These are ways to energize yourself. Oxygen. Now, in Hong Kong, people don't know how to breathe. Do you know how to breathe, Malaysians? Do you know how to breathe? So, when you breathe in, does your stomach go in or does it come out? It should come out. Most people, when they breathe, their stomach goes in. That's wrong. Your stomach has to come out. Because the diaphragm goes down, your lungs are up till here. So, we actually teach how to get more oxygen into your body. Very, very important. Well-being. You know, would you go for a nutrition class if it was offered in your company? How many of you would go for a nutrition class? You would? Oh, ladies. That's good. No, but seriously, even men. This is, do you know it's the biggest problem in Asian society? Food is considered very sacred, you know. You cannot take away my food. So the thing is, people don't want to deal with their diet, but your diet affects your life. You gotta learn through the thing. So what to eat, what not to eat, you know, the greens, like how do you get that into your brain? So you learn this in positive psychology. What is a healthy eating plate? Next, water. How much water do you drink in a day? Over 3 liters, anybody? Great. How do you measure it? You have a bottle. Okay, I actually have a reminder app. It tells me every 1 hour, drink water. So I measure it. I know how much water I drink every day. Now I'm going to show you that app later. It's a free app. You can download it. It's very, very important to drink water. It's for your brain. The water is for your brain. Okay, so that's physical well-being. So physical well-being is exercise, it's nutrition, it's oxygen, it's water. Intellectual well-being. Do you know what people read nowadays? Facebook. Yeah, it's become like, read a book? No, I want to do Facebook. So it's, how much does that help your intellectual capacity? Like, you really want to get this. It doesn't. It distracts you. There was actually a study. So, okay, this is reading. It's all about reading. Yeah. Don't do Facebook and WhatsApp. Do read a book. Read a book is better than face a book. Okay. When you learn, it develops certain neurological connections in your brain. So at an older age, you want to stay young, you don't want to have Alzheimer's in future, learn a new language, learn to play a musical instrument. This is what helps your brain. It's proven. Okay? Now, again, intellectual well-being, right? There's another one that I'm going to show you later. It's on relational well-being. Okay, yeah, great. Perfect. So, in the olden days, people used to send text. So little. You see, 12 million in the year 2000. Now it's 561 billion texts. And WhatsApp is free. Well, it's not free, but it's almost free. People keep sending messages back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This causes more depression, more anxiety. In business, people are checking email all the time. Is it good for you? There's a study that was done. So the study was done to find out the IQ of a person who's constantly checking email all the time and someone who's taking drugs all the time. Like I'm talking about hallucination drugs, okay? Guess who was more smarter? The guy who takes drugs was more smarter than the person who keeps checking email. Good for your business. No, I'm talking about marijuana. But seriously, that's the thing. It doesn't. Your checking email is a bad habit. You have to learn to create new habits that are good for your mental, intellectual, relational well-being. The other thing, what does it do? People are always looking down. They don't look in your face. It affects relationships, right? So I'm just saying, I'm being forceful because it affects lives. So not just social media, play. Like we were doing laughter yoga, touch. Very, very important aspects of life. Try it on. How many of you eat food in front of the TV? Yeah, many of us do. Nowadays it's like, you go home, the dining table is there, everybody's eating at the sofa in front of the TV. Like, it doesn't build relationships. You want to get this? It doesn't build relationships. You learn about why this is important in positive psychology. Very, very important. You want good relationships? Give time to it. Sit with your family and eat. Have proper discussions. Hey, how was your day? Next, emotional well-being. So we covered spiritual well-being, physical well-being, intellectual well-being, and relational well-being. Now, emotional well-being. Positive emotions, very, very important. To be grateful, very, very important. So many benefits of gratitude. Now, anybody keeps a gratitude journal? You write down, what are you grateful for? It actually increases your happiness. It improves your performance in the company. Try it. It's a very simple thing. Takes only 5 minutes a day. It's better than watching TV. I kid you not. A lot of us watch TV. Of course, please watch TV because that's my business, okay? So I make money out of that also. But I'm just saying, gratitude is very much more important than watching TV. So this is a study that was done. So at the same time, somebody won a lottery and they measured his happiness level. So initially the happiness goes up. Oh, I won $1 million. And then happiness comes down. But the same person, a different group of people, started writing a gratitude journal. And their happiness actually went up. So what is better? A gratitude journal. It has business applications, appreciative inquiry. You can read about appreciative inquiry, British Airways, Sony Corporation. They've used it. It really, really helps. So, I can't talk too much about it, but do your research. Appreciative inquiry for solving business problems. So, this is what corporate wellness is. It's not about, yes, I think the health, the medical side is important, but I think more than anything else, you need a positive mindset. You need to think about exercise, rest, nutrition, to get to health and happiness. You want health and happiness? Like learn the tools. This is how you get health and happiness. Okay, so how do you implement the SPIRE model? The spiritual wellness, physical wellness, intellectual wellness, relation, and emotional wellness. It's through rituals, baby steps. Baby steps, literally small steps. So it's Kaizen. Have you heard of Kaizen? It's process improvement, continuous improvement in small steps. So we actually implement this in organizations, and how we do it is through this process. It's not dramatic. It's 2 minutes. What can you do for 2 minutes that is going to help your health? for 2 minutes. It's that simple. But it's continuous, it's incremental, it's consistent, and it's group level, okay? So what we do, so we take exercise, we make it fun. Yeah, it's so easy, right? There's a company in India that started doing this laughter yoga 10 minutes a day. You know their profit, their turnover doubled. Only 10 minutes a day. So staff would actually enjoy coming to the office early because they would do the laughter yoga at 9 a.m. So they would like 5 minutes early, oh, because I enjoy doing laughter yoga. So you can start that in your company. It's very easy to do laughter. Did I teach you something new? I didn't. It's very easy to do. So you have to implement it. So we do workshops for companies like Prudential, AXA. We do these lunch and learn talks. Okay, and we use a lot of humor, right? So this is an experiment that I show. So they take mice, 20 mice were taken, so 10 were, fed and they did nothing. And 10 of them, they were put inside this, this wheel. And then after 10 days, they put all the mice underwater with a little hole on the side. So how many mice survived? Do you think the first mice survived or the second one? Why did the second one survive? Because they were exercising. Yeah, because they were exercising. Something was happening inside their brain. Now, after the experiment, what they did is they cut the mice open. They checked the brain. The brain had expanded of the second group. It helps. No, they killed them. But the main thing is the brain becomes bigger when you exercise. So it's very easy to do this kind of thing. So that's what we keep, exercise. Practice breathing. We teach this in our workshops. Meditation, we teach it in our workshops. Walking meetings. I mean, most people are like sit-down meetings. No, stay up, like walk, do office yoga. Very easy to do, like, stretch, everything is very easy to do. But you have to do it. So oxygen study, again, this is something that we discuss in our workshops. So they took 70-year-old people and they gave them a memory test. After they had finished the memory test, then they took them into this oxygen chamber and they told them to breathe. Just breathe. They come out of the oxygen chamber, they again give them a test. Their memory had improved. So, by the way, does oxygen cost anything? It's free! Like, that's the thing. It's free. So you want to start accessing oxygen in your life because it helps you. Okay, anger management. Do we get angry on a regular basis? We do. It's a part of life, okay? How do you, it affects your heart rate, it affects your stress, your tension. How do you bring it down quickly? It's quickly, I'm talking about, that's the thing. You can get angry, but how do you bring it down quickly? So there's something called as heart rate coherence, which we teach in our workshops. So this is low brain coherence, heart is going crazy. So you use an app to measure it. This is again a free app. And you can bring your heart rate down by thinking positive and breathing. Just think positive and you breathe. 2 minutes later, your heart rate will be down by 20%. It's that simple. Not hard to do, right? So we actually teach you that when you're frustrated, what is happening in your heart rate? And how can you bring coherence in your heart rate? Positive emotions training. You need this, like, what's the rule? How many people have 1-to-1, like, for every one positive emotion, you have one negative emotion. That's the standard, that's a balance. Most people, they have 3 to 4 negative emotions and 1 positive emotion. So you want to start getting those positive emotions up. So generating all that. So we actually do this in our workshop. So we place these thank you water bottles and make people practice. Because 80% of your body is water. So imagine you're having water and you're expressing gratitude. It affects your body. we've tried this and it really works. So we do these exercises in our workshops. And now what is the return on investment of these wellness strategies? So I was sharing with you laughter yoga, right? So 6 months of laughter, this was done at a hospital in South Africa, this study. So the first one is before laughter yoga. The second line is after 2 weeks of everyday laughter yoga for 10 minutes. The third line is 6 months you do laughter yoga for 10 minutes a day. Happiness up 44%, positivity up 78%. Days of sick leave down by 52%. That's amazing results by just laughing as a group. Productivity problems down by 80%. Relationship problems amongst colleagues down by 45 to 50%. So these are results-oriented interventions. Much more, okay? There's a lot more. More science, heart rate comes down, that's the best part. Your stress comes down when you do this. Banks have been using it. Sales went up. 1 minute? Thank you. So it's very, very important. Sales go up. Business goes up, your share price goes up. Increase in profits. So this is the advantages of a good wellness strategy. More successful in sales, more engaged staff. So you can integrate all of this in your wellness program. Also, you can look at wearables. Nowadays, you know, it's a big industry. So any questions, you can ask me. I'm flying back to Hong Kong. Otherwise, I'm going to post this on LinkedIn and you're happy to access it and share it with your company. If you need any information, please contact me. And have a healthy, happy, positive emotions-filled conference. Thank you very much.